Welcome to the Holy Shit, I'm Healing podcast, powered by Whispers Bridge. Raw talks on recovery, spirituality, and becoming someone you actually like.
Series 2, The Wake Up Calls, Episode 6, Through New Eyes, Early Recovery and the Retreat Experience. Over the past few weeks, we've shared funny stories from our early drinking days, the moments of hitting rock bottom, the rebuilding process, and touched on the lives we've created in sobriety. For this last conversation in the series, we wanted to do something that brings it all full circle. We're sitting down with someone who is still newer to recovery, just under 2 years sober. She's navigating those early moments of change and growth, and she also joined us at last week's Whispers Bridge retreat. So grab your coffee and join us for this raw and hopeful conversation about fresh starts, early recovery, and the power of community. Hi, guys. I'm Katina.
I'm Tazia.
Hi, I'm Trisha.
And welcome back to the Holy Shit, I'm Healing podcast.
We don't need buttons,
I
Kat.
wish I knew which one. Do you know the color?
No, but that's awesome.
It was an
Ready?
explosion.
Ready for the fucking mic drop? We have Mackenzie.
Hey, pew, pew.
That's awesome.
Our special guest for today,
Yay.
Mackenzie. She is just under 2 years sober, and we are so glad that you're here. We get to pick her brain because her brain actually remembers the beginning.
Yes.
Because ours is old and it doesn't know anymore. So we're really excited that you're on. We're so happy you said yes. Buckle up. This should be interesting. So my first question for you, before you ended up coming into recovery, what was your perception of sobriety?
Good question. First, thank you so much for having me. Before I forget, you guys are amazing. You mean so much to me. So this was an easy yes. So just get that out there. Okay, so what was my perception of sobriety?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, my perception honestly was like, I have a bunch of family who is sober. So I did have a good kind of foundation of what it meant to be sober. But honestly, it felt like in my life that it would mean boring. It would mean flat. It would mean, less exciting, I think. And that's kind of the raw, honest truth.
Yep.
And it couldn't be more opposite to what it actually is.
Yeah.
So that to me is like the big, oh my God, like
Shocker.
shift.
Yeah, where you're like, oh my God, I'm not dead.
Yeah.
I'm not dead inside and physically either.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
I'm actually smiling.
No, and I've never laughed as much as I actually do. And, before I was like kind of just coasting through life, which we'll, I'm sure, get into. But I used to think like an alcoholic. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to think like an alcoholic was like a bum on the side of the street with like the brown paper bag, just like begging for change. And I was like, okay, I'm not that, and then just to have just the mindset shift, I think for me was the biggest moment. And especially being sober, I feel like calm, confident myself. And
Yeah.
for that, it's just like,
Ooh. All right. So having family who was in sobriety, who got sober, who has long time recovery under their belt, we know who it is. We love you, Mark.
spoiler alert, you're coming on next.
Oh my God.
Oh
good
my God,
idea.
Dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll see. Yeah. To be continued.
Yeah.
So now, do you feel like you, knowing people in recovery in your world, in your circle, do you feel like you felt more pressure or more like inspiration, let's say?
Good questions. Oh, I would say, I look up to everyone. Like I have a bunch of family who is sober. So I would say I look up to each one just for I would say it was more inspiration, but it is pressure at the same time. I would say both because
Ooh, okay.
I see how their life is just different, how it's, changed. Like for my dad, he's he's been sober for pretty much my whole life. So I haven't really I only heard about other
before.
things. Yeah.
The before dad.
The before. But my uncles and, stuff like that, I see how their life has changed. So it has been such an inspiration to see them. And so I think that it's more of an inspiration than I would say than anything.
Right. Or like the pressure, or it was almost like you knew where to go then if the time came.
Yep.
Which is nice, because a lot of people don't even know where to go.
Yeah.
When they realize that, you have people who, me and my sister, I'm the only alcoholic in my family. I could name a few that might have a treatment problem.
I was gonna say
I'm not
could.
that's
more
not,
than one.
That's not my place to say or judge or anything, right?
I will.
But it's
Tea with Taze.
Oh,
oh my God. It is really good that you knew where to go, So for you, what was like the turning point moment? Right. And I think I know what it's going to be, and I can't wait to hear the story. It's like bitter. It's funny now because you got well after it. Right.
Yeah.
But when you're in it, it's not funny.
Yeah.
But what is like that one moment that really brought you into having to step into recovery?
So I would say I was very active for a pretty long time. I would have my family would come up with these little interventions, and they were just like, listen, like, you're kind of going off the wall. And I'm like, you're crazy. Like, you're the one that's going off the wall. And then I would kind of like pin it back on them. And then it was December of 2023 where I would come up with these projects that I needed to constantly be doing. I needed to work with my hands. I was like an artist. So then I brought my art to like reality in my head, and I became what I would call my own general contractor of my own house, which needed no construction. It needed no fixing up. It was perfect exactly the way it is. And I was just like, you know what, let's add. And I was drinking. Also, I was wildly taking advantage of my prescription of Adderall. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to say
unfiltered,
whatever.
baby.
yeah, just go.
I was taking so much Adderall. I was drinking so much. And so I just thought like anything was a good idea. I was just all over the map, really. But I would notice like little pieces of my house that I was like, oh, that area would be so much better with a storage unit or like a storage shelf. So I would buy these tools from Amazon because, like I said, I have no.
You're a contractor.
You're GC at this point,
I'm my own contractor.
My tax ID is vodka.
With like tequila. You're into it. But no, so I would just literally like buy tools off of Amazon and start a project. And like any good alcoholic is, like, we start projects, don't know how to finish them. So I'm like, all right, move on. So now I have empty holes all over my house. And I'm like, and just, it looked awful. And I was one wall away from basically collapsing my entire house.
Oof.
Awful. So my parents came in. I see on the Ring camera. And like before this, I was one of those round the clock wine drinkers, tequila drinkers, like tequila to keep me up, mixed with Adderall, and then wine to calm me down. Just that endless cycle. And I felt like I was stuck literally in quicksand, just sprinting in quicksand and trying to get out, but couldn't. But I just kept doing it because alcohol was never the problem, you know? It was everything else. And
that wall.
That wall.
That, yep.
Fucking wall.
Your whole house
Taking
will
it
come
down.
down.
So then I was woken up at like 3 p.m. by the Ring camera, and I'm too much of a coward to actually go to the door. So I look on my Ring app, and it's my dad, like, you know how it's on the Ring? It's like zoomed in with like a
Mackenzie,
line.
open the door.
And I'm one of 5, so I have a big family. So it was my dad, followed by my mom, and like a long line of people. And I'm just like, oh my God, the house is destroyed. Like they're gonna walk in, and so I'm like trying to like clean up, but like they're at the door. So I'm like, all right, just answer the door. So I get to the door, and I'm like, hey guys, like wasn't expecting you. Come in. Let me show you what I've been up to. And they're like, my dad takes one look, and he's just like, sit down. And I'm just like,
Ooh.
wait, I didn't get to the bathroom yet. You guys are going to love this part.
Oh,
It
deflecting.
was so bad. And like just trying to like
Sell
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell
Like
it.
I'm good. I'm fine. Look what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is on purpose.
Yeah.
This is on purpose.
Yeah.
It was always on purpose.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And there's like an exposed beam that I thought was like so trendy.
Chic.
That's just like
Mm.
not trendy. It's falling off the wall with like boat rope. Like it was awful. And like looking back, it's like embarrassing, but it's also like, wow, that's the moment that like it all changed. So I could appreciate it now. But
Yeah.
during, I was just like, this can't go faster. Like this needs to end now.
Yeah.
So my dad's just like, sit down, and he's 25 years sober at this time. So he's like looking around. He's like, what are you doing? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, this needs storage. This needs like just a little bit of paint. And then he's like, no. Like, what's going on with you? Like,
Right. Yeah.
what's up? And
She
I
rips out the blueprints. She's like, let me start from the beginning.
I literally had a whole book. I was like, this is the concept.
Look at my tools.
This was the inspo I got from Pinterest.
So bad. But so basically I was just like, yeah, like, this is it. And he was just like, okay. I was like, I just want to try something. Like, I wanted to try something new. I got into real estate, I think, like trying to flip houses. Like, I'm practicing. And he's like, yeah, this is crazy. Like, this is actually insane. And I just remember like looking around, and then for a good bit, it was just like pushing back. I just remember like for 15 minutes, what felt like it was just like, no, you guys don't understand. You guys are the problem. It's not me, it's you. And then at one point, I just looked at my sister, and the fear in her eyes mixed with like a tiny bit of hope. And it was just like, come on. And I just remember like having this weird, you guys would get this sister, and you just, you get it.
Yes,
Like you look
yeah.
at each other and it's like you have this, but like you're so gone. And I just remember her just looking at me, but like me not seeing anything. Like it was just this bizarre moment. And then like somewhere in this, I saw, it sounds crazy for anybody who hasn't gone through it, but like I saw this conversation on like a different level, like the top of my head mixed with like dog running around in the middle. And my dad just like, my mom standing there, she's like not sitting on anything. Everything is sawdust. So she's like, yeah. So, and then I like come out of it, and I'm just like, I have a problem and I need help. And like, I just remember, I get goosebumps, but I just remember that feeling of like, oh God, like that was powerful. And at the same time, I was just like, shit, take it back. Like, don't admit it, like you just admitted it.
Yeah.
And now what? Like, I was always taught like, once a cucumber becomes a pickle, you can't go back to being a cucumber.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, me admitting it was just me becoming a pickle, And then I always felt like admitting it meant something was wrong, meant I was defected, meant I was less than, And then I just felt like this overwhelming, like gratitude, like, that's not you. That's not your story. That's not who you are. Like, look at your dad. Like, he's a perfect example of everything, like being sober, being productive, everything that you would want in someone. Like that, to me, that was the goal, and I was just so far from it. But it got to a point where I was just like crossing those imaginary lines that, that we all talk about.
Yep.
It's just like, you don't think that you're going to do this, and then you do it. And then it's like, all right, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And then
I'm not going to do this though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vodka.
I'm not going to do that yet.
I'm going to do it.
Yet.
Yeah. And then it almost turns into a good idea. The ones that were really bad, that was like the amount of convincing that our brains can do, where I never let myself do something that I said I wouldn't. I would change the narrative so that I actually wanted to do whatever it was. You know what I mean? Just like those are blueprints. This is on purpose. Like there is no problem. It was always, you even hear in your story that the reality that you were actually in was not the actual reality that other people were seeing. You know, and that's the hardest part, like with addiction. Like she saw it clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my drinking, I was like, what do you mean? You know, like this is normal and this is okay because I'm not the bum under the bridge. I'm 23. I am a female. Same things, dude. All the stuff that alcoholics say in their mind to convince ourselves that we're not is baffling, but it's also the same for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like we all think the same shit. We're all like, no, I'm so different. It's like, yeah, no, we tried that too.
Yeah.
You know?
You're not alone.
No. And I think that now then you come into sobriety, right? So your dad introduced you to all different types of people who are sober, right? And you get to see how, oh my God, I'm not defective, right? Or if I am, there's a shit ton of other people worse, so I'm good. You know? Or
I remember just thinking like they'll never get it. Like they don't get the bar industry. They don't get the like family ties. They don't get, you know, the stress level. Like, and then one person, you know, would share something to me on like the side, or like you came up to talk to me, and then it's just like, oh my God, like
I think I scared her.
They get it. Like they get it. And it's not even like they get the story. They get the feeling.
Yes.
And like that's the thing that mattered to me was like, well, and then it's almost like, I don't know, like what are you gonna do about it? Like
so
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Go back? Like, you know, and then it's just like, all right. You know, and it took me a while to be like, hey, I'm Mackenzie, I'm an alcoholic. I didn't want to be that pickle. You know?
Yeah.
And then
pickles are good though.
they're actually fire, right?
Yeah, I love pickles.
Fried pickles. We have pickles on the side.
Yeah.
We got pickles on sandwiches.
All different sizes.
Okay.
She had to go there.
She's right.
She is.
Right. There are many different sizes.
And flavors.
Oh my God, there is also gross.
You're welcome.
Well, so full circle. So what was your first weeks, first months? What was your first year? How was your life starting to shift? Where you were obviously who you were, right? But then we have to change that person. So how bad was your first year? Or how good was it? You know, what was your experience?
The best way I could describe it is if like I felt like Bambi on like a fresh sheet of ice. Like I was just like couldn't stand up, but like going in the right spot, you know, and like all over the place, like crying for no reason. When you get your emotions back like tenfold, like everything that I was kind of like suppressing and things that I would drink over really came to the surface, and I'm just like dealt with it. And instead of drinking about it, I would talk to somebody about it, and it would cut that in half. Problems that would come up, I'm like, okay, these are problems. Like people have problems, but like let's deal with it rather than like suppress it, or rather than ignore it or drink over it. You know, I would just handle it, and then, you know, you learn to be like an adult, which is crazy because, and they say like, and honestly, I think because my family was so, they get it. Like my dad's been through it. Literally like my grandpa, from every angle.
Throw a rock, someone's good.
No, literally, I could have a whole like collection of us. I think because they were so in it and they get it, that they were so understanding of me, which made it so much easier, I want to say.
Yeah.
And like it makes me want to be there for the next person because they were so easy on me. Like they were so understanding. You know, like they say, don't make any major changes like your first year, except for everything changes.
Yeah.
But, you know, they really did understand, like, you know, for the first week, I was like sleeping because I had no Adderall to like, you know, keep me up. So
it takes a little for your body even just to physically readjust and get out and, you know, away from it.
I remember having like cravings too, like, you know, like a situation would come up with my house, for instance. Like the first week, it was like, we got like a whole crew that came in to help professionally clean it because I did some work on this thing. And I remember going to the guy and I was like, all right, Jesus, like if this was, say, cut out, I made like a square in this beautiful wall. I was like, if this was cut for like almost like an open floor concept, he was like, this wall? And I was like, this wall. Yeah. He was like, you cut this wall, your house collapse.
Oh my God.
That's the supporting beam, Mackenzie.
Yeah.
That's supporting your house.
I was like, thank God. I was like,
Thank God.
2 days away. 2 days away. And
Wow.
the thing came in from Amazon as it does. And I was like, return. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
But I just remember.
Imagine having the house collapse around you and
Absolutely.
on
Think about it
you
all
the
all
time.
because of your own
Doing.
Yeah. I think about it all the time. I'm like, thank God. Like, thank God.
That's like somebody watching out.
right?
The
Yeah.
Oh.
one wall you didn't
Yeah.
touch.
2 days
Yeah.
away.
One wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that wasn't primed either. Because
Yeah.
it was like, it
Amazing.
took like 3 to 4 days.
Wow.
But yeah, I remember just like giving myself grace for the first week, especially like this is new.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to start something new. I remember journaling a lot. Like this is a good feeling. Like this is a feeling. These are things that would crop up.
Yeah.
And and then I would celebrate successes. Like I remember, I just looked at my notes before coming here, but it was just like a month 3, like milestone. Like I could look at people in the eye and like actually have like meaningful
Yeah.
conversations. Like before, I was always like, yeah, like, you know, and just like so worried about what the other person was thinking about me that I wasn't even realizing that I wasn't caring enough about what they were going through, or like I was always just on to the next thing, you know?
Yeah.
I wrote down like, you know, I could look at people in the eye. I actually care about conversations. I'm participating in my family's events. I'm early, like I'm on time.
She was
show up.
early today, guys.
She was.
Very
Work it
well.
out.
Yes. Yes.
2 years. But yeah, like I was starting just to like be there, you know, and just like noticing like emotions are coming back, and like I don't have to like drink over things, like, you know, stuff like this. Like previously I would have needed like 6 or 7 shots just to even like
Yeah.
get through the door and say hi. And like, you know, I was such a shell. I was so not confident. I was uneasy about everything. I was just scared. And like, I think that's, you know, now I'm not that person, you know, and I think that for the first year, it was a lot of learning and a lot of like giving myself grace. It was also a lot of connecting, like, you know, and opening up. Like when people say like, how are you doing? Like, actually, you know what? Today was a tough day. And like people get it. And they're like, yeah, we've been through that too. And like,
Yeah.
that helps, you know, where
Mhm.
before I'd be like, good, fine.
Yeah.
What's up with you?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Nothing. I'm
Yep,
just
I'm
taking my
good.
wall
I'm
down
good.
later.
yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
working.
Everything's fine.
Paint,
I'm
and
tired.
spackle.
I'm gonna go make another hole.
I'm in the middle of spackling line.
But you know what the
No big
best
deal.
part about all of that was? You were able to see all of the negative of what was going on, right? But every single time you did, it was okay, but then what are you going to do? You know, you were able to push past all of those moments of uncomfortability, of hard days, of the things you would normally drink over, where it was like, okay, but then I'm going to pick something else to do. And then it's wild because those something else's actually solve the problem.
Yeah.
You know, when we drank the shit we drank over, we would think that it would be like, all right, cool, I solved the problem. My sister's mad at me because I punched our cousin in the face. I'm going to drink this thought away. And what happened was they were even more mad that I would even have the audacity to drink again after something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the way we solved our problems then didn't make any fucking sense.
No.
It never did. So it's really awesome that like early in you got to see like, talk to someone about it, journal about it,
Yeah.
pray about it. You know what I mean? Reach out, because none of those things that you experienced, are you still feeling them now?
No,
They're all gone.
gone.
And when I drank, right? How much, Trish, did you think when you were in your drinking days that a minor inconvenience or event was gonna, how long did you think it lasts, right? And did you think you would ever be able to actually like move past it?
No.
She's like, why are you asking me this dumb question?
No, but I get it. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But in our brains, you know what I mean? That's like,
Yeah.
no, this is a big deal.
Everything was a big deal. Everything was
everything.
dramatic. And it was just,
Yeah.
it was all about me. You're never going to understand me, this and this. And then here we are, you know, like, you get it. You get it. You get it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you still get it.
Yeah.
Because she's just normal. She's like, that's how you're supposed to do this. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? You're not supposed to like take like 10 E's at one time? Like, that's not normal?
No, I
What?
do notice that
I
though.
did five my first time.
Oh my god! I'm like, guys, can I take one? And they're like, do half. I'm like, okay.
Right? I love that episode.
Oh my god.
Where she was like,
But everything was the extreme. Everything.
But still, those, I think because I am so new still, like I still notice those little things. Like instead of if buying a shirt that I like I'll buy 10 of the same different colors.
Oh my God, same.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
just like, or
That's
if I'm
so
getting like, you know, club soda, if I love this one brand, like I'll
We're
buy
getting 15 packs.
Yes,
of that.
different
yes,
ones. And I'm like,
sames,
you know,
sames.
and if this makes me feel good, then all of them must
Uh-huh.
make me, you know
You
what I
should
mean?
see when I throw parties, when I get alcohol, everyone's like, "Are you out of your fucking mind? It's Sunday at 2:00 in the afternoon." Lorenzo's 3-year-old
Yeah.
birthday party was this past Sunday, right? And like, if it's like hangout, everyone knows BYOB,
Yeah.
right? But if I'm hosting, then it's like, all right, I'll do beer, I'll do wine, you know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I have certain rules, like you have to take it home, don't keep it in my fridge after. Like
Right.
there's certain things I just would rather not have to think about. The
Yeah.
one that got
Yeah, where you-
forgotten in the fridge that's still there, it might be thrown out, but I don't know. But I know that one was left behind, right?
Yep.
Like we
Yeah,
would
yeah.
know that one was left behind.
Yes.
But I bought so much fucking
Mm-hmm.
beer that everyone's like, "Are you serious? It's a Sunday at 2." You know, I'm like, why would you not drink the 24 pack?
Yeah.
There's like 50 of you. You know?
Crazy.
I was like helping her shop too. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
like oblivious.
Yeah.
They
Well,
had
there's
me-
oblivious, and then there's alcoholic. Even when I threw a surprise 40th for my husband, right? And it was a fishing theme, right? So everything was fishing.
yeah.
So I borrowed a canoe from Chuck, one of our good friends, right? And I decided to fill up the entire fucking canoe with ice, beer, alcohol, wine, right? This whole thing was overflowing. And we had
looks
like
gorgeous.
120 people there, right?
It looks
was
pretty.
a great party.
Yeah.
More than half of that canoe I had to give away. Because again, I think people drink the way I drank.
Oh, totally.
When I bartended, when I first got sober,
Yeah.
it was a Buffalo Wild Wings. This girl literally fell on the floor and they're like, "How much are you fucking giving these people?" I'm like, I just like, yeah, like I know the measure, but I know you kind of do the like, you know, and it's like, dude, it's Buffalo fucking Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Like we should not be making people black out. But again, I was like, oh, not everyone drinks like this, so like I have to chill the fuck out.
I was in
But-
charge of doing,
Yeah.
so I work in a bar and still can, but
Yep.
it's, so I was in charge this year. It was a few years ago. I was definitely still drinking, but I was in charge of doing the liquor inventory and the orderings. When I tell you, we just got through. This is 4 or 5 years later.
No, you just got
through
Oh.
the absolute like mango.
Oh
I'm like,
my
okay, no,
God.
absolute peach. I swear to God, it was like how much absolute peach do you think that we're gonna go through? Like,
Yeah. Was that
Yeah.
one of your favorite drinks though?
no, actually, I hated vodka. I
Really?
hated it, but I knew people drank. I was a
Right,
tequila,
yes.
a
Oh.
tequila person. And towards the end of it, I was like, okay, no one drinks this mezcal tequila like it's like a old man's like smoky tequila. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I got it. Like, I can do this.
amazing.
Right? If I didn't get sober, that fucking peach, whatever the fuck, would have been gone.
Yeah.
Be like, oh my God, these people keep getting sober. Our inventory's not going down.
No, we just got through it. I actually sent a text into the group. I was like, thank you so much, guys, for going through this. But
Oh my God.
3 years later, we didn't have to order it once. They're like,
Holy
what's up?
crap.
Like, we're still sitting on this for, just no
Oh.
moderation. Like, my name was literally no moderation Miller. Like,
Oh
it
my
was,
God.
Oh.
yeah, nothing in moderation. It was like all or nothing, here or there,
Yep.
on time or late. Like,
Yep.
you
Good or
know.
Yeah.
bad.
Yep.
No black.
Yeah.
It's black and white. There's no gray area, you know?
Yeah. No, thank God we don't have to live like that though.
No, but Mackenzie, I hope you share this story. Mackenzie's now a retired blackout shopper.
Oh
We were
my
just
God.
talking about. Can you just please tell my favorite story of Mackenzie?
Yeah. This is a classic.
I love this story.
So I was a bar manager, and we go out one night after a long day of work. It's me, the bartenders, and the barbacks, and we go out to this like local dive bar that had a pool table. So I'm like, this is great, like drinking, games, darts, like perfect, heaven.
Check.
Yeah, literally. And so we go in, pool table's empty. So we're like, great, this is perfect. We'll do the bar backs versus the bartenders. And I was friends with all the bartenders, still am, but And then I was like, all right, I'm going to go with the weaker links. I'm going to go with the barbacks. Like, they go through enough. I'll be on their team, like thinking I'm a hero, like helping
Yeah.
and the bartenders, they crush us. So I'm like,
Oh goodness.
I just put myself in like a little corner. I'm just like on my phone scrolling, and one of the bartenders like, dude, the hell are you doing? And I'm like, no, nothing. They take my phone and it's like order sent, and I just forget about it. I wake up
Oh no.
like the next day hungover and just ding dong, ding dong. It's not the Ring, and it's not my parents coming. It's Amazon, and I'm like, oh my god! And it's just this big box, like massive. There's a moving truck basically to deliver it.
No.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And I live by myself, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? Like, I open it, and it's just this billiard size, professional pool table. And I'm like,
She's like, I'm not gonna lose again.
exactly. This is actually, now that I think about it, this is definitely why I started like reconstructing my whole house, because I needed a place to put the pool table. I shit you not. And it was like, I couldn't just get the 7-footer. I had to go like 9 foot.
Standard.
I'm becoming
Yeah.
a pro. She's becoming the pro pool player.
And one of the bartenders was like, dude, did it come in? And I'm like, how did you know? They're like, we took your phone. But also, I was like, why did I buy it?
God.
And he was like, you just kept saying, like, practice my house, 4 p.m. next Thursday. And that's all I kept saying was like, that's it. Practice 4 p.m. next Thursday before work. Like,
That's
oh my
amazing.
God. I still have the pool table.
Wait,
She's never
do you
played it
use
once.
Yeah.
I think I did like twice. But yeah, no. Like, it's just.
Oh my god.
That's
Right?
awesome. I love
Trish
that.
Trish had her shopping problems, right? Didn't
Oh.
you black out and buy shit?
Oh
all the
yeah,
time?
like constantly, like all the time. Like
Yeah.
Amazon would just come. I'm like, what? What?
Oh,
did I
you also
buy?
paid your bills. That's
Oh
what it
yeah,
was.
and I would
She
pay
would
my
pay her bills
bills on. I would call like make a payment like completely sober. They're like, it's paid for. I'm like, somebody paid my bill. Somebody paid my electric bill, and they're like, no, you paid it like last week. I'm like, oh, didn't remember paying bills like drunk, but
So you guys bought shit.
yeah.
You cried or got really mad,
Oh
and I would fight people.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Were you at that house that one time where so my ex was fighting this guy, right? And you remember how I'm always a kicker? Like I love to kick. I wish I knew the button. Poof. So I see this guy on top of my ex, right? I'm like, oh my God, he's getting beat up. You know, it's a huge brawl in the middle of the street. Everyone's outside. Everyone's fighting everybody, you know. So I run super fast, full speed, kick this kid right in the face to the point where he flops off being on top of my ex, right? He's like, what are you doing? I had him in a chokehold. I'm like, I didn't see your arm. You know? And I was like,
I'm
now
protecting you.
yeah. Now I'm like all amped up, you know, and now I'm like in the zone, right? So then I see another guy and he's bending over. So I'm like, I'm gonna get him, you know? So I go sprinting up to this fucking person so hard, little back leg fling, right? And then poof. I kicked this fucking guy so hard in the ass that he stumbled like 3 or 4 feet forward, right? And then he gets up and turns around, and it was my friend's dad.
Oh my God.
And he was trying to break up the fight. And
Oh
I was
my-
like,
oh my God.
I was like, oh my God, oh my God. I have to stop kicking people. It was like this moment of like, what the fuck is wrong with
Oh
you?
my God, that poor old man.
But he was old, like his
Oh.
face, and I know it hurt. Like I think I even got under.
I had a little nuts.
It had to have been nuts.
I can't look at you.
And I was like, oh,
Oh,
my God,
man.
it was his dad. And I was like, I'll never forget that moment of like, oh my God, you know, like really, like
this might be a problem. I drink it.
It might be me.
no, it was like my dad used to teach us how to play soccer.
You did too good of a job.
He did. He actually was going to go pro in Italy.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
you?
born in, no, not
I
me.
was like,
oh God.
No. Yeah, it's going to go pro after that.
Street Fighter.
No, my dad, he was born in Italy. They offered it, but he ended up coming to the States and stuff. But yeah. All right. So now
All right.
let's dive into. So Mackenzie, as one of our fresher, newer people, actually attended Whispers Bridges Recovery Retreat, her first retreat ever. And we want to dive into what it was like for you. So what made you actually decide to come?
Oh, so I needed a refresh, and being that my family, a bunch of them are in recovery, my dad specifically was like, once you go on a retreat, it's like a level up in your sobriety. Like you really will just go into a different level of being sober. You'll appreciate it. You'll understand yourself more. So I was so excited. Like the first year I was like, when's this retreat? When's this retreat? And then I'm happy that I didn't go on a retreat my first year.
I agree. That's like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually were the one to tell me,
Yeah.
both of you were
Yeah.
like, we didn't want to invite you on this one because you're first year.
Yep.
And you will come on the next one. So like, that's all that was in my head. I was
I
like,
even told Trish, because before Whispers Bridge was Whispers Bridge, I had a few.
yeah.
And I was like,
She was in her
But I'm-
first year, and
yeah.
I was like, I
can't do
It's-
it.
And now you experienced it. It's not for a very, very new person in recovery. It would be way too much. But once you get your footing in, then it's like,
Yeah.
exactly that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get to really start to
No,
experience it.
totally. And like, it was everything like that. It was like that I was told, like it really felt like I brought my sobriety, my spirituality to like a whole new level. I appreciate things so much more. And like, I'm happy I went through my first year with not doing one, because I was like, I have to know my own emotions. Like I would have been a mess. Like I was
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
a mess, but like
No.
I would have been like,
But I'm just so glad you went, because it was like what you saw.
Oh,
Like Mackenzie, like really get like established and her footing on the ground. And then we're like, all right, you could come. So now, were you nervous at all, or you were more just excited?
no, I was so nervous. I remember the week of, I was just like, okay, because work is still busy. So I'm like, okay, I could just figure out how to get like a good solid alcohol.
Uh-huh.
How can I get out of this?
how can I get out of this?
Oh my God. And like, you can't do that to another alcoholic because they read you like a book.
Oh.
So it's like, no,
We
we
would
know
have
what
been
you're
like,
doing.
cool, you're coming anyway.
Yep.
Which is what
I
exactly.
know your dad. I'm
Yeah.
telling him you can't work.
I was just going to say, I'll pull your dad.
Yeah. So I was like, and he would be the first one to be like, no, you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just so nervous. Like I think what I was nervous about is I didn't want those feelings of why I drank and like the fear to come back up, because I did so much work in my head. I was like, I did so much work to get over that. Like I made like, solid amends to people. And
Yep.
I just did work to like, kind of get through it, that I didn't want to like resurface or like
Yes,
bring
kick it
up
up.
old.
Yep.
Yeah. And then so the whole way there, I remember convincing myself, I'm like, okay, you're going. Like you're with a solid group of women who get you, who are there for you. You're going. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Like, just
Yep.
kept telling myself, what's the worst thing?
You cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cry, like, get over
Right?
it. And then so I just like remember driving, and I was like, okay, like, it's just scared, like crying, like being like, okay, we're just gonna be fine. Be yourself. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? You're gonna get something out of this regardless. So, and then as soon as I opened the door, like, you guys are there. You greeted me with like beautiful smiles and like your Whispers Bridge banner. It just felt like an oasis. Like it literally was like a spa. It just felt cozy. It felt homey. Like you guys made such a beautiful space, and it was just like, I don't know, like a regular house that you would walk in, but it didn't feel like a house. It felt like home. Like it felt
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
wow, this is like a lot of thought went into this. And like, you guys just, there's a different level with you guys. Like you care about everyone's journey, and you see where they're at, and you meet them where they're at, and you don't force them to go anywhere else. Like you don't force them to meet you where you think that they should be.
Yeah.
You genuinely like take the person and just like customize this retreat towards that. And it was just like everything and more,
Right? I'm like, guys, we did that.
That sounds so
my
cool. Oh, that's
God.
unreal.
No, but you know what? It's so nice that you get that, because we do try so hard
Yeah.
Yeah.
to tailor it for each individual person, where it's like,
Mhm.
listen, we know when to push, right? Where like if you tried to say no, we'd be like, cool, we're gonna be at your house.
Yeah.
And we're picking you up and you're gonna come.
Yeah.
Not kidnapping, but along, you know.
A mini nap.
Yeah. Mini
Yes,
nap.
a mini nap.
We're gonna mini nap you. But no, it is really cool that you got to see really just that it is a safe spot.
Yeah.
I think it's really easy to let vulnerability be the number one thing that stops you from doing things. Because when I think about it, anything that's uncomfortable or out of the norm, even you with doing all your stuff, like when we get vulnerable, it is like, you know, it's like, oh, it's like Dracula with garlic. You know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't feel good. But what happens and what it feels like after you walk through it is everything. Where you get to, you unlocked another level, you know?
Yeah.
Level
So
up.
you should be really proud that like you pushed past that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
When
Just
she-
driving there. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go.
No, just driving there. Like as you're describing what you felt.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. That's
Like
intense.
my heart rate was like,
And you were
Yeah.
doing it anyway. You did it anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you should be so proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a lot of people don't. A lot of people will
Yeah.
come up with that excuse or that reason as to why it's just not convenient.
Yeah.
You know, the money, the this, the that.
Yeah.
We'll always find a reason. It's just, you're just scared of being uncomfortable.
Right.
And maybe you just need to be uncomfortable.
That's it.
Same thing when you first got sober.
Yeah.
All these problems. Okay, but then what am I actually going to do about it? Sometimes it's just a matter of doing it anyway. You know, doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter what you feel. It matters what you do, and you do it anyway.
I remember when Mackenzie walked in, like I saw like the fear in her face, and she was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know. And then just seeing you throughout the weekend, and you just breaking through that wall, like even more and even more. And I just love you so much that like after the retreat, me and Casita were like, all right, so what was your favorite part? And I said, my favorite part about this retreat was seeing Mackenzie grow and break down those walls and get like that sisterhood ship. Like that legit was my favorite part, was like seeing you grow. I'm going to get emotional,
yeah,
but
don't do this to me right now.
yeah.
Guys, stop it.
Right?
Yeah, it really was, Mackenzie. Like
Yeah.
you brighten up every single room, and I am just so blessed that God put you in my life.
Oh,
I
God.
really am.
Trish, enough out of you.
Oh my God. Remember you parked your car outside during one of the events. Remember when she was like, okay, guys, it's my turn. I forgot I left my keys in my car. I got to go. And we're like, sit the fuck down.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the most vulnerable part. It was like, you know,
yes.
when the way you guys designed this retreat, like, first of all, I thought a retreat was very like I went to a Catholic school in college, and it was ran by monks, and like I thought it was gonna be like you know, just chilling on a beach in your room, journaling, like praying and meditating the whole time, and like every once in a while you get up and have dinner. Like that's what I thought like a retreat was, and
Yeah.
this is like total opposite. Like you go in, it's just alive. Everyone's just like, they care about you. You guys like designed this thing where it was like, all right, you have a whole itinerary, like, you know, and like, this is what we're going to do the first day. Like, you know what to expect, which was for me huge. Cause I was like,
Love.
you know, like I was like, okay, what's the hardest part? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Let me jump to the ones I'm not going to do.
I do just want to say there are retreats, probably most, I'm going to say most retreats that
Yeah.
are like that, how
Yep.
you just described.
Yeah.
Because I know we don't do things like typical
Right.
across the board.
That's what I
We
hear.
go that extra.
Right.
So
Which is what I
don't
heard
have those
too.
expectations.
No,
if
I'm
you
not
go
going
anywhere.
any other one.
She's like Whispers
I'm
Bridge for
sorry.
life. That's it.
We ruined you, and you
Yeah.
ruined your experiences.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't get rid of me now.
No, but it's
No,
good to
good.
hear
Yeah.
that like it is so different,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Because and there's nothing to knock those types of ones, you
No.
know?
Yeah.
But there is nothing like being surrounded by community
Mhm.
and digging in.
Mm-hmm.
And in such a way. Like, did you have a favorite part of the retreat that like sticks out to you?
Oh my God. Honestly, like for each day I have a favorite. The first day, like just walking in, I was so scared, but like calmly having like a good meeting ground of like what's going on, and just pulling like something that I needed to work on. Like, you know, it was a topic of conversation. And like, for me, I compare a lot, like where I should be in life. Like, you know, if I'm really where I should be, am I doing the right thing? Am I on track for my life? And I'm constantly looking at other people like, well, my mom had 4 kids when she was my age. Like, where am, you know, like, and then just constantly comparing. And then the topic I pulled out was letting go of comparison. And I'm just like,
Meant for Mackenzie.
all right, I'm in the right spot.
Yeah.
And then it was just those God moments that we talked about, like, or those aha moments that it's like, all right, you're in the right spot. Just be here. And truly, it was the first time I could let go of work and be fully present. Like, I didn't look at my phone for that reason. Like, I wasn't like looking at our sales for the day. I wasn't looking at the cameras, like how busy we were, like, which is the first time in, I want to say, like, years that it's been like that. And that was just like a retreat in itself.
Yeah.
And then the second day was like the fire and like the letting go process. You know, talking about and saying it out loud of like what you're, you know, even the deep breath, like it's just like that calming, like you write down the things, like 5 things that were weighing on you, or the 5 things that are almost like a limiting belief that you had, or it's something that's like you need to just let go of. And just like the things that everybody was saying, they were so vulnerable and so honest and raw. And it gave me like, you know, the power and the confidence to be like, yeah, this is what I'm going through. Like, this is what I'm going through. And then just letting it go. And truly, like, I let it the fuck go. Like, I no longer think those thoughts. Like, and if a thought like tries to crop up, like it just, like something just died. Like it's done. You know, it's like you let that shit go. Like, move on, you know? And then it truly is. And just being surrounded by you guys doing it, and everybody's going through their own thing, and like we're all there to help each other to like push through it together because we all have like a common goal. That was like powerful. And then the third day, rose again. No, the third day I was like, rose again. But the third day
You're right, it took me a second. Is that what she said? That's amazing.
I love that. I would totally say that.
No, the third day I didn't know what to expect. You know, it was the last day, and I wasn't expecting this one to be like the banger day. You know, like this one, like, set you up like for life. But we're so good at giving each other compliments, telling each other like how much each one of us like means to the other. But like we all did a meditation that you led, and it was just like just seeing yourself from when you were younger, teenager, to like that rebel, like that downfall period, and then just like the growth of all of it, and like just thanking each version of that person, and just like it's of yourself. It's hard to explain, but it's like it's powerful, it's moving. I was hysterical, like other people were hysterical, and it was just like just powerful is the one way I could describe it. And then after, it was like, all right, and Casita's like, all right, we're going to go through and say each thing that, you know, each person's going to be basically on the block, and each one has to say a compliment or something about this one specific person that means to them. And it's easy for me specifically to give compliments, but to receive them is very challenging. And I didn't realize how challenging it was until I was surrounded by like 9 powerful, moving women that just like the compliments. I'm just like, you just have to sit there and just say like, I receive it and thank you. And like, you know, next. And then it was just like, just sit there. And it sounds crazy. It might sound crazy to someone who hasn't been through it, but to really receive those compliments and have them hit, we're just like, wow, I didn't know you felt that way. Or like, I didn't know I had this much of an impact, or like, you know, and like each one, it was just beautiful, you know? And I think after the whole weekend of like meditating, like really coming to and like feeling confident about myself, and like having a better understanding of where I am spiritually and in my sober journey, I think it was just like, it was the perfect day. It was the perfect time. It just like hit, you know?
Oh, I love that. That was like,
oh, I tell everybody.
I think
was
that shocked
not
everybody.
Even transformative for the guests. It was, I think, transformative for us hosts too.
Yeah.
Like I walked away a brand new person.
Yeah. Well,
I was
that's
like, what are we doing? This is
Yeah.
epic
Yeah.
shit, man.
it was her first one. Me and her have worked in the past with ideas that I would bring to the other retreats.
Yeah,
but
like
this
content
was-
and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Yeah.
This was her first actual experience with one also. And that's what I love most about it is that we are no better than or worse than. We are right there with you guys doing the exercises, doing the everything. It's an experience for us all to have because we have so much to give to everybody.
I always
so
say, I'm like, there's never judgment with what we offer. It's like we like full open arms, compassionate, like unconditional. We're here for you. Like
yeah.
it doesn't matter what you're going through, man. We all been through it.
But you
like,
could tell, like
oh,
that,
which is so great.
like for real, you could feel it. You could tell, like I was so able to be so vulnerable because of everything that you guys, how you set it up, but like the energy that you guys give off, like it was just like, I don't know. You can't describe it. You can only be there. So you're out there, so curious, maybe. you know,
Right?
like
no, appreciate that. That's amazing.
Yeah, we even do
That's
wellness ones. So we're not
Yeah.
just for people in recovery.
Mhm.
We do wellness ones open for everybody. And Tasia is not an alcoholic, so she really gets to infuse the spirituality in there, and it's a really good combo for everybody. Because it's a gift that we get when we get sober of how we could move past all of our stuff, our traumas, all of it, right? But like everybody could benefit
totally.
from how do I make my life better? We don't have to stay stuck anymore. We don't have to like sit in it.
Right.
I want to actually touch on Reiki with Tasia because you got to experience that too.
Oh my.
But now, did you feel a certain type of way being mixed in with people who had all different types of times of recovery?
No.
Or it was
Actually,
like
I
a good
didn't even think
flow?
about that.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I really didn't think about that. I think because of the year that I didn't do it like that,
Right.
you know,
right.
I gave myself a year to like really
Be
truly look
fully-
in myself and like be confident in who I was and who I am. And then, you know, everybody else is going through their own journey that I was just like happy to be a part of it. Like,
Right.
you
Yes.
know, and
Yeah.
and I think I had the least amount of time probably, but like I didn't even think about that. It was almost just like I'm going through my own thing. They're
Right.
going through their
Yes.
own thing.
Yep.
Like if this helps
Yep.
them move, great. Like, you know, I leaned into that whole experience as just like
Good.
I know that's interesting because your thing was comparing yourself, and you didn't compare once.
Oh,
Mic
mic
drop,
drop.
bitches.
Oh my God. Whispers Bridge Recovery Retreat.
that's deep.
Yeah, man, you just said it. That's amazing.
No, because and
Holy
somebody
crap.
did have less time and people had more.
Wow.
And that was interesting because I wanted to see the dynamic of does anybody feel out of place or out of, but my whole point in asking that question was the amount of, I don't even know how to categorize what you brought to that retreat, but the amount and the essence of what you were and what you are and what you brought. Time does not matter. And that's what I really want to hone in on, that it does not matter if you have a day. Obviously, you know, the first year you're not going to go, but it doesn't mean you don't have something to offer if you don't have a lot of years.
Right.
Because you get to, we all learn from each other, you
Yeah.
know, and that's the best part.
Yeah.
What you've been through, you might not have. What you were, I was, you know,
Right.
like it just magically fucking works somehow every time, every retreat.
Right. And
Every
even with
single
Taze
one.
not being one of us, like
Yeah.
it didn't matter. Like
Right?
it was like
Yep. Yep.
Which I felt like the outcast. I'm like, guys, I'll go in another room.
No,
no,
you were
said
right
that,
in
and I was
there.
like, yeah, your ass, like,
Yeah.
stop moving.
You guys are so
Yeah.
beautifully welcoming. Like I could cry thinking about it. Like you,
Yeah.
it's such a blessing to be
Oh my God. Everyone almost cried.
part
I
of
know.
you guys. So yeah, no, it's quite epic.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. This is like
Shut
a
up,
retreat
I'm
right now.
Right? I receive.
I receive.
No, Tazy's all teary-eyed now, my
Damn
bad. But you know what? Let's go back to Mackenzie. It was your first time getting Reiki ever,
Yeah.
right? And what my sister does is not normal Reiki, right?
No.
I don't even know how
No.
to describe what
I call it quantum Reiki.
There we go.
Okay.
Because I
Quanta.
think that word quantum is that next level of space or energy that we're just starting to tap into. Like the scientists are just starting to realize what it is with like the
Yeah.
colors and energy. And I'm like, yeah, I see all that. Like I feel all that.
Right.
And that's what I translate to people because I see it around them.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
yeah. So what was your experience doing Reiki? You don't have to get into details if you don't want to, but
Yeah. So
what did you think it was and what was it actually like?
Oh my.
So I knew she did Reiki, but I didn't know what Reiki was. I had no idea. So I literally, it was the first night and I was just like in my own little world, just recovering from the whole day. And she's sitting next to me at dinner and I'm just like, all right, I'm intimidated by you. She was like, what?
Me?
Yeah. And I was like, I feel like you could read my mind. I don't think she was like,
All right,
oh
let me
no,
get
don't
this.
even think about that. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. So I was like, okay, I'm glad that's off the table. I was like, thank God.
Everybody thinks I could read minds. I
That's what you
cannot
said.
read
No.
minds.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, we're good.
I can. Nobody told you I fucking can.
Imagine the whole
You're
fucking
thinking
time.
the color purple.
That's like your
awesome.
sister.
Imagine I was like the silent ninja who could read everyone's mind and I didn't tell anyone. I'd be like, you guys are afraid of her. Naughty, naughty. All right, so you didn't really know what
So
it
I
was
had no
like.
idea. So yeah, so I literally had no clue. I thought it would be, saging, like plants. I don't know. Like anything that you thought of, like spiritual or like meditating. Like I thought that would it. That was
Yeah.
it. I was not expecting it. Yeah. So she told me to basically lay down, just chill out. She put on music and like
Take your clothes off.
Yeah, I was going there.
Oh my goodness.
She's like,
Naughty,
we only
naughty.
do-
I don't even like saying masseuse, okay?
No, so she
Her clothes were on, full disclosure. I'm
Yeah,
just joking.
Blanket over,
Yeah.
like very
Yeah.
professional.
and it was very relaxing. And she was just like, listen, I'm going to stand over you. I'm going to just basically like read an energy, whatever comes through, comes through. So I'm just like, okay, like trying to relax for me is like, it's tough. Like, especially in like middle of the day, we just got through this whole fire experience. Like we were letting go of all of everything. So I was already pretty vulnerable. So I was just like laying there. I was just like, okay, like hopefully something comes through. And I'm just like in my own head, I'm like, all right, well, just calling out different things like spirits or like, naming everyone in my family. I'm like, okay, Dad, Mom, Sully, Madigan, Kerrigan, Delaney. Just
Yeah,
going through
yeah.
the list of people. And just so if something came up for her, like it was almost like, all right, make this easy for her, Like, I don't know what to do.
appreciate the thought.
And I was like, if anything that she needs, like I'm here, like,
Oh, thank you.
Which was such a waste of time.
I'm like, yeah, I don't need any of it. Thank you.
None of that was brought up. It was like, okay, you're sitting, and the way she describes what she sees is just like,
Unreal.
Like,
right?
I
Yes.
love it.
Yeah, but
Everybody
you're-
says the same thing.
and you're like, I just wish that people could see this, but the way you describe it is almost like, oh, I could see it.
You
Like,
can.
Yes.
You
know?
can
Yes.
physically see
See.
when you describe your Reiki
And when
sessions.
and when she is telling a story, like you're like
Yes.
there and then you
Yes.
see it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Totally.
Yes.
This is freaking
One of
awesome.
your
Yeah.
best qualities.
Yeah.
Brings you right in. I'm like, I think I'm psychic. I can
Psychic, and I can read minds.
Did you see? Look at what's happening.
Yeah.
Right? You do, though. She does it in such a way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it too because you could see it. It's almost like you see a movie and you see what's going on, but then having to describe like the 30 minutes of what you saw to like someone who's blind is basically like, it's, oh, I already saw this. I already went through this. Like, I wish you just got it kind of, but you were just like, okay, there's this pink fuchsia water
Yeah.
surrounding you. And like the way you describe, like I was just laying there, according to Taze, like I was laying there kind of just chilling. And I was in the middle of like a rip curl, like
Yes.
of
yes.
a wave, of a pink ocean wave. And she was like, it just kept crashing. So I tried to slow down the wave and I couldn't slow it down. So then I just figured I'd go with the wave and that helped. And like the way you describe it, I was like, whoa, it was like just like a metaphor. Like, I don't know. It was just like beautiful. And then, in the distance, there's this green moss, there's this, beautiful area. And I just saw the whole scene and I'm like, wow, like,
Wow.
this is cool. And then, it's just like, it's beautiful. Like the journey she takes you on. And it's just like, she's talking about like future things that are going on in my life that was so accurate, and I was just like, okay. And like helping me solve problems really, and just like, or validating things that I was thinking about, you know,
Yeah.
which I was like, that she does read minds.
All right, then
She's
it's
like,
turned off until I do Reiki. Let's
Yeah.
say it like that.
yeah.
I learned how to shut that shit off, so nobody's got to worry. I remember that constant crashing.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, screw it. Like, let's just go with it. And then because I matched its velocity or whatever, I consciously wanted to slow down. So because now I'm a part of this, I'm slowing down. So now it's slowing down. And then I got it to such a calm, like, I want to be calm. And then it like, okay, now we're calm.
Wow.
Yeah. And even in my life too, like I always feel like I have to push against the current, like where it was like, wow, I could see what she does. Like, you know, and then whenever I just am like surrendering, like when I surrendered to alcoholism, I was just like, threw it in. I'm like, yep, I'm an alcoholic, take it or leave it. Like, you know, I can't do this. And
Yep.
and this is all the stuff I can do. And like, as soon as I surrendered and just like went with it, it was like my whole life changed. And like for that, you know, I was constantly against it. I was constantly pushing, and it was just like, that makes sense.
Oh my
you know?
gosh. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it shows
deep.
you what you
They're
needed
good.
to see.
I didn't do anything.
It
I'm
was
just
deep.
the messenger. They
Yeah, they
even
knew
with the
exactly
meditation,
how to show you what you were doing.
yeah, even with that meditation that I came up with, the all different versions of you, like I wrote that the night before in a meditation. 5 pages just came out on my laptop. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the missing
Yeah.
pieces, and we get to link it and figure it out. I swear, we're like,
Oh yeah, like I there was certain pieces in that meditation that I couldn't put together. And I'm telling Casina, and she's like, "Well, I just had this experience." I'm like, you just gave me the answer I needed for the rest of the
all
meditation."
the time.
It was like a puzzle piece. It was so epic. It was like the last fucking puzzle piece. Like that just everything
But
felt
that's
great.
what's so great is that you have this experience with her, but then that's her puzzle piece.
Yeah.
And it's just following
Yeah.
these little things that put everything into place for you just to get past everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
And
that.
side note, like Reiki, quote unquote, regular Reiki involves like symbols, and like sometimes people put hands on you. Like I don't know what I do, but it is pouring healing and love and light from the universe into the whole session. Also, on top of all the other fun things that I see.
Yeah.
So it's in there. So it is Reiki technically, but I don't know what else that is. But
I didn't care what it was. It was great.
I want more. I'll take 7.
Literally no moderation more.
Don't worry, I'll moderate you bitches.
I'm like, can you just talk to me about spirituality? I feel like getting high.
I am about to go to sleep.
Like, fine. Oh my God. All right. So thank you so
Thank
much, Mackenzie, for
you.
coming on. It
No,
was so
thank
nice
you.
to dig into your brain a little bit. Stay tuned. We start our series 3 next week, and we are actually going to be getting into the minds of men. But it should be good. It's a whole series on men and recovery and all their different journeys. So we're really excited to get a male perspective. So thank you so much for joining this episode. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.